You know those huge life-changing breakthroughs? Do you ever wonder if they're just random flashes of luck? Or what if you could actually build a system for them? Well, today we're going to explore a blueprint that's designed to turn those happy accidents into an intentional, repeatable part of your life. Let's dive right in. So let's start with that big question. This whole framework we're unpacking today, it argues that breakthroughs are absolutely not luck. They're built. This isn't about sitting around and waiting for some bolt of lightning. Nope. It's about creating the right conditions for it to show up on purpose. At its heart, the formula is built on these four elements: confidence, cooperation, service, and purpose. Simple enough, right? But here's the really brilliant part. The system maps each one to a different part of your day and one of your senses. And that's what turns these abstract ideas into a concrete, daily practice you can actually use. Okay, so let's start building this blueprint. The first part is all about the foundation. The internal work you have to do before you can make any real external impact. It really is all about getting your own house in order first. Here's a look at the entire framework at a glance. You've got your four quadrants, the four elements, the four senses, and four key questions. We're going to break this all down piece by piece, starting with quadrant 1, confidence. Let's kick off what we'll call the first half of our metaphorical breakthrough day. This part is all about building up your own personal strength and then assembling your core team. You can think of it like your pre-game prep. So we begin in quadrant 1 with breakthrough confidence, and it's associated with the sense of hearing. Now, why hearing? Well, the idea here is that hearing is our most honest sense. It helps you cut through all the external noise to really hear the truth of who you are. And this is such a crucial distinction to make. Typical confidence, let's call it swagger. It's all external. It's fragile, built on what other people think, and it can be totally shattered by a single no. But breakthrough confidence, that's internal. It's resilient because it's validated from within. It doesn't need applause to survive. Just look at the story of Boris Kodjoe. Here's a guy who was a tennis prodigy, but his career gets ended by an injury. Instead of just quitting, his deep internal confidence let him pivot and build entirely new skills from scratch. He knew his strengths weren't fixed. He believed he could build new ones. This kind of internal confidence also helps you avoid what's called pressing. That feeling of just forcing a door that clearly isn't opening for you? For instance, when Aino Hassan's big promotion path closed off, he didn't just keep pushing. He paused, saw an opportunity that was actually a better fit, and pivoted, and it worked. And that leads us to a really important question for you. Take a second and really think about this. The opportunities you're pushing for right now, are they genuinely yours? Or are you maybe pressing on a path that belongs to someone else? Just knowing the difference is a huge, huge step. So, once you know who you are, the very next step is finding your people. And that brings us to Q2, breakthrough cooperation, which is tied to the sense of smell. The whole idea is to use your primal intuition, your gut feeling, to sniff out the right people for your team. Look, the bottom line is you cannot have a major breakthrough all by yourself. It just doesn't happen. Think about the actress Taylor Kalupa. She was facing brutal criticism. She was totally ready to quit, but her friend Gabby refused to let her give up and literally insisted she submit one more tape. That right there, that is breakthrough cooperation. It's why your inner circle is absolutely non-negotiable for success. All right, before we jump into the second half, we hit this really critical point, halftime. Now, this isn't just a lunch break. It's a deliberate, strategic pause. It's that moment where you step back, you gain some perspective, and you realign your strategy. This is where a good day can become a truly great one. Okay, halftime is over. We're now shifting our focus from all that internal prep to external impact. This second half is all about service and purpose. It's about taking the strength you've built and actually using it to make a difference in the world. So we're in quadrant 3, breakthrough service, which relies on our sense of sight. What's so fascinating here is that sight is our dominant sense, but it has this huge flaw, blind spots. Our brain literally fills in the gaps. And that's why true service means we have to seek out other perspectives to see where our help is really needed, not just where we think it is. And a huge part of seeing clearly is understanding this difference. See, niceness is about being agreeable just so people will like you. It avoids friction at all costs. But true service is about kindness. And the goal of kindness is to help others grow. And growth, well, it often requires a little challenge. It's about their development, not about your popularity. Sometimes this means you have to make a really big ask. The author talks about hesitating to pitch this long-shot keynote speech because he felt like it was just too much to ask for. But then he had this realization. Refusing to ask would actually deny his team's hard work and deny the audience a really valuable service. His ask wasn't selfish. It enabled the service. A really powerful form of service, especially in leadership, is finding someone's shooting pocket. This means you don't use a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, you find each person's unique zone of genius, and you put them in a position to win from there. That is truly impactful service. And when you finally align your service with your strengths, you arrive at the final quadrant, Q4, breakthrough purpose. The sense here is taste. And why taste? Well, because purpose, just like your favorite meal, can get a little bland if you don't consciously stop to savor it every once in a while. So where do you actually find purpose? It's not just in the big, lofty goals. As you can see here, it's really found in the process. It's that obsessive drive to practice the fundamentals when nobody's watching. Like a young Kobe Bryant perfecting a basic drill long after everyone else went home. It's finding joy in the daily grind. So, how do you keep that purpose fresh and exciting? This blueprint offers a really simple tool. Just focus on one thing. That's it, one. Call it the First Bite tool. Every single day, find one perfect moment, one small win, and truly, deeply savor it. That's how you taste your purpose every day. And there you have it, confidence, cooperation, service, and purpose. This isn't just a list of nice ideas, it's a complete, actionable system for engineering your very own breakthroughs. And really, here's the ultimate takeaway. This is not a magic wand. It's a commitment to doing the work. Breakthroughs aren't just found, they are built through daily, intentional action. The real reward isn't just the destination, it's in that relentless, joyful process of getting there. So I'll leave you with this final kind of provocative thought to take with you. Forget about tomorrow or next year, just for a second. Right now, in this moment, what does the first bite of your purpose taste like today?